Hello, dear viewers and likers of JCTV. As you are tuned, we are just entertaining you this moment. It is once more a beautiful opportunity that you have to be in touch with the chairman of Summit International University. As you have just seen, we are at the office of the chief, and we're just going to discuss about the International University life, how activities are going on, what is the perspective, and why did he choose to come and to run project of creating an international university here in Burundi. And I think from him we are just going to know how the university is contributing to the development of Burundi in general. Okay, I think that you are watching us live from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I think that you will be much enriched through this interview that we are just going to hold with the chief here. As I will let him first to introduce himself to those who are watching us from around the world.
Okay, thank you. My name is Samuel Girongo, and I come from Kenya.
Thank you very much. How do you feel JCTV has paid a visit to you this morning?
Oh, I'm very happy.
Yes.
And I remember you covered live during our graduation, and I'm happy to see you again.
Okay, everyone, we wonder why this Summit International University contracted in Burundi. Why did not you think about it, running this project as well?
Oh, well, I will start by saying that from 2010 up to 2014, I was working in Rwanda. I was working in one of the biggest universities in East Africa called Mount Kenya. And when my contract ended, 2014 in June, I decided to visit Burundi.
Okay.
That's how I came, and I found there are very few universities that are operating in English system.
Yes, you said the opportunity then.
Yes.
Of course. Can you just tell us about the background information about the beginning, the launching of the project?
Yeah, 2015 in January, that's the time I came and I did a visibility study, and I saw that there were only 3 universities that were operating in English system. So that is how I saw an opportunity. And since I studied English language in my university, I thought of coming in Burundi to extend my services here in Burundi. That's how I came to Burundi.
I know that when you are running a business, it's a new project, you have to face challenges. How did you face the challenges since the starting point up the point you are now?
It's a long story because when I came, I did not start Summit, but with the other 2 friends, we started university called Equator University, International University, and after 2 months, I saw we were not reading from the same script. That's how I left, and I decided to start Summit.
Okay, I know when you were starting, then you came up to the difficult point. Sometimes friends of yours have not understood what you were talking about, but also when you were launching the project, people were saying, okay, university will be requiring us to use English language as we have involved in former French education system. How did you face all this challenge?
It was a good opportunity because also in Rwanda, because they were operating in French, so I didn't get a lot of challenges because I knew how to handle people who had background in French. So when I started, people were very happy, and I got a lot of students at the beginning, and I found it very interesting.
If it's not a secret, can you tell us the strategy that you adopted to make Burundians be interested in any new formal educational system?
Yeah, I would say that Burundi, since even now is operating in French, it is the only country in East Africa that knows French. And it's an advantage to Burundians because when they incorporate English, they will have 2 international languages. Because Kenya, we don't have French. In Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, and Rwanda stopped using French. So this is the only country that has 2 international languages. So when the students were serious with English, I saw it as an opportunity, especially Congo market, because Congo use French. So Burundians are the one that will have the first cake. They are going to enjoy the first cake of Congo because they have the two international languages.
You said at the beginning that while you were launching the university, or while you just thinking about the project, there were other universities, even though they were not so many, but they were. At least, what did you come up with a new system or your curricula? Let's analyze the curricula. What was the added value that would conquer other curricula around the country?
One, the curriculum or the programs that we initiated were not in other universities. One, this is the first university to offer architecture. So, being the first one to offer architecture, we had an inch. Two, we also introduced monitoring and evaluation.
Yes.
Here in Burundi, there are about 110 NGOs and government bodies and other organizations. So we thought if we start monitoring and evaluation for a program, it can be very marketable. The other one is entrepreneurship. As you all know, there are no jobs in the country. So we thought of coming up with innovative ways of creating jobs for the students, and we normally teach them, all the students, regardless of the department. Like there's one girl who is in the Department of Architecture. She took that course seriously. And when there was a competition in Rwanda, it was a Miss Entrepreneur of East Africa. She got the award. Imagine the whole East Africa, she was the best.
Great.
So that's why we say that these are some of the innovative courses that we brought. Then there is also IT, but our IT is more of programming.
IT, what does it mean?
That is information technology, but we call it science engineering, where we specialize in programming. And in our programming, we have come up with a social media called Summit Connect. Yeah, it is live for those who are using Android, but for iOS, we are still developing it. So with such innovation, we find that our students are doing something that is more than other universities.
We come to raise up a very interesting point that you thought about helping Burundian youth to face the joblessness, helping them to create jobs, being able to rely upon themselves, self-reliance then. Okay, can you just tell us some experiences of those who have gone through the university and then who won in their lives, so they are doing their best to face the life?
Okay, there are quite a number, because those who are doing entrepreneurship, we nurture them. They are called a small project. We show them how to come up with innovative idea, because maybe you have noticed that many people, when they have money, they start a cabaret bar. So you find many people, when they get money, they are not innovative enough. So our students, there are some that started this energy saving GCOP. There are others that went into farming, because farming is very important, because you all know that food is never enough. And others are doing programs that those are of IT, and they are really helping them. There is one who is doing some research on innovative materials for building, because we have architecture, and architecture here, since this is the first university, is still low. So we are encouraging them to make some projects. There is even one student called Karen who designed a house that looks like a Burundian drum. And it's really a wonderful project.
Yes.
Yes.
So I would like to ask you if ever you make a follow-up of the students who have gone through the university, because sometimes they may have the hindrance of how to apply the knowledge that they have acquired from the university. Can them need your assistance, and then you go to the ground to see what is going on? What can you just help them So what did they do and what did you offer them after they graduated?
Okay, we graduated this year, so we have been, I think, only 4 months from our first graduation. So we are still in touch, but we plan after the second and third, where some students will have gone to other countries. We plan to have a club, if it is entrepreneurship, then we do some follow-up, and so where they can share their experiences, their challenges. Yes.
Okay, I would like to know if the government of Burundi ever appreciates what we're doing just to help the youth to face the challenges of life, as you know that the joblessness is at a higher degree. Yes, are you in touch with the government officials to let them know about the influence of the Summit International University in creating jobs and helping the youth of Burundi to evolve to help to face the challenges of life?
Yeah, well, the first thing that I would appreciate is that the government of Burundi has a lot of trust in us, because they gave us the final authorization, which is a charter, in French is ordinance. That is first thing, because if they would not have appreciated, they would not have given us ordinance. Two, in our university we have students from different caliber. Yes, some from the government, others from middle class, and I have interacted with some on a personal basis, and they are really appreciative. Yeah, and we believe that more and more will come as we go on.
The claim that international businessmen are afraid of coming and running the projects in Burundi, saying, okay, when you go to Burundi, then peace. In Burundi, there's corruption. So everything is it's corrupt. You're declined. So what can you say? What is the experience of yours personally, where you have just started a project in Burundi? Can you just give us or give to those who are following us the testimonies of what Burundi is, and if really one would be dreaming about coming here in Burundi and invest, there is a possibility?
Oh, thank you. It's a wonderful question. I would say that the time I officially requested for authorization, it was during 2015. And 2015 people were fearing, were going out.
Yes.
I remember even my brother told me that I need to balance between personal safety and ambition. And I told him, this is the best time, because others were running away and I was coming in.
Yes.
And I remember the time I submitted my documents at the commission. The commission is near American Embassy.
Yes.
That very morning, people wanted to storm American Embassy. And I was caught up in the placard, and I had to lie low for almost 3 hours with my documents.
Really?
Yes, and after it was cleared off, I submitted the documents. So I would say that Burundi is a safe country, it's a good country, because citizens are very welcoming, because they welcomed me, I didn't know anyone, they have supported me, and I can't say that what people say about Burundi is true, because I am the beneficiary of the hospitality and goodwill of the people of Burundi, and I can't complain. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, I would also to know what is the objective, the main objective of Summit International University vis-a-vis the life of Burundi in general. What is the country going to benefit from the university? Because when you come to invest in some country, you have to benefit, but also the country that holds you must accordingly benefit.
Okay, maybe I would say the first thing is that university is not a business, or school in general is not a business. For that matter, it's a service industry that we render to the community. And one of the reasons why many universities have or schools have corrupt is because they take schools as a business.
But brother, I don't understand you, because when you were running a project, you have to think about what you're just going to let, yes, because there's money that you invest therein. But also, students who come and join the university, we have to pay in return. Yes, of course, if there is a law somewhere, you stop the project there. Then come up and make them understand those who are following that's right. That the university, perhaps you wanted to say something more. Yeah, try to clarify it.
Yeah, I would say that I don't consider it a business.
Mm-hmm.
And to prove that, business is where you look at the income and the expenses.
Yes.
And when you find the expenses are way higher than the income, in most cases people close. We have been in operation for 7 years. From 2015 up to now. This is our 8th year because we got authorization last year on 31st December 2021. I can't even say that I have got in a profit, even one coin, because it's really a big project, and owing that we don't have our own premise, and our premise is in the town center, so we pay a lot of money, and it has been an advantage because many people use only one bus. So when you come to town, it's just less than 200 meters from the bus stop. So that one is an advantage. Now, another thing I want to say is that our motto is where theory and practicals meet.
Yeah.
That is our philosophy. Our motto is where theory and practicals meet. So that is our advantage that we want to give Burundians, because many universities are there to give theory. Theory. But our
They're
university,
not practical.
Yes, our university is where theory and practicals meet. And what we normally do is that 70% of the total marks is continuous assessment. Final exam is only 30. So that one gives students practical skills, because throughout the semester they study. At the end of the semester is only 30% that is for the final. So that one is the main difference between us and other universities, because what matters is what skills they have gathered, not the knowledge they normally get from the teachers.
Very interesting. We come to read that, but very interesting point that here it is well theory and practical meet. Because in many universities, I did not get a chance to go around all the universities, but also testimony because of my school history. I did chemistry, I did biology, but also all that was theory. But I was wondering about what permanganate de potassium is a French. Potassium. What is potassium? Okay, everything like that. But it is a very wonderful opportunity to come to Summit International University, to put in practice what you have been told theoretically. Okay, that's very interesting. As we are heading to the end of the show here, I would ask you, what is the perspectives of Summit International University in the future? What can you tell to the students around who are wishing to come here? Really, they are not good at English, and they say, oh, had I this faculties of mastering the language, I would have joined the International University, Summit International University.
Yeah, what we do when a student joins the university, we normally give them English training, and it is throughout the whole course.
Is it that free?
Yes, it's free. Then it is mandatory, so there is no way you can escape.
Yeah.
And many students have been complaining, oh, it's too much, but we know, because that's our philosophy, we don't mind. The other advantage we normally have is that our university is not expensive, because the Department of Engineering, that is computer science and architecture, they pay 400,000 per semester. And owing that we teach in English, we get lecturers from outside, so it's also expensive to hire. Then there are 3 departments, that is monitoring and evaluation, and this one for hospitality and tourism and entrepreneurship. They pay 350,000 Burundian francs per semester.
Okay, JCTV has decided to be come regularly to you to see what's going on, to talk to you as a chairman or other officials of the institution. Okay, what are your expectations?
Oh, well, since we are now in partnership, I'm happy. Yeah, you did a very good job in coverage of our organization. And one of the managers in the TV is our student. So we are also proud that we are making a positive contribution to the TV. So that is a very good collaboration, and we believe that we shall continue. And it is win-win. Yes.
Okay, dear viewers, dear followers who are watching us live on Facebook, on YouTube, you understand that the Summit International University of Burundian is a very huge and interesting university. I bet you would have been enriched with knowledge if you had really applied to come here and study here. Know that it is the philosophy where the theory and practice meet. This is the peculiar and the unique opportunity that I have never experienced elsewhere, because in other universities I don't know, but some have visited them. I saw that the theory is only the one applied, but here it is the difference. And you know that the university, Summit University is doing its best to make Burundians youth be self-reliant, as it is helping them to create jobs so that they will not rely on the government's jobs. Okay, as we are heading to the end, dear Chairman, what are your dreams about the future of the Summit International University? What is the picture of International University in the years to come?
Well, we have about 2,300 students. We expect more will come because this is our first year. It's like our first year because we graduated this year.
Yeah.
And we know and believe that God will help us to make a positive contribution to this country, and more so even to extend to Congo, because they are just our neighbors, and we believe that we shall make a positive contribution to human.
What's the message you could send to the government of Burundi? What is the support you need from it?
Oh, thank you very much. The first thing I would like to say is to thank the government for having trust in us and giving us our authorization and ordinance, and also the peace that is there. We cannot take it for granted. And also we can say that with the current situation, students are coming without fear that we are not authorized. And my message to the government is that we affirm that we shall work together and to make government projects and also plan. And we believe that we shall make a contribution to this government. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, you would remind those who are foreigners your full introduction, what you're doing, your job.
Okay, my name is Samuel. I'm the founder and chairman of Summit International Institute, and I'm happy to talk to you and to welcome you to Summit. And our registration is going on, so you are welcome. Registration is only 60,000. For those who are doing architecture and IT, is 400,000 per semester. For those who are doing entrepreneurship, monitoring and evaluation, and hospitality and tourism, is 300 per semester. Our university is just near the bus stop, so you are welcome, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. I am very and warmly happy to meet you, dear chairman of Summit International Institute, and I think that when we want the next show, you will just come.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is the end of our show with the chairman and founder of Summit International Institute. You may even say university because it's a very huge. It meets all the conditions of being called university. And I think that we will meet once again in the next show. And I want to let you comment and give your points of view about what do you think about the project, about the university, the innovation, what do you think that could be made to make this university be popular to Burundians especially, but also to those in East Africa community. Thank you very much. I love you and we still love you next day.